I'm Zach Weber, and with me today is Sedalia Middle School Principal Mr. Jeremy Fry to talk about recent changes at the middle school. Mr. Fry, this is the first year that fourth grade is at SMS. What changes or upgrades have been made to make it a better space for students and teachers?
Yeah, that's a great question. So a couple of summers ago, with doing secured entryways, and then from there, if you were familiar with Sedalia Middle School, at one point had a swimming pool. So it was turned into an auxiliary gym, which is really nice, batting cages, turf. So they focused on that and our main gym. And then the next upgrade happened early on in the school year last year, where they took what would have been the south end of the building and redid all of the classroom with brand new lighting, brand new paint, new cabinetry work and things like that to prepare for the upcoming bigger population of fourth and fifth graders. So we had to, in December, move all of our fifth grade students to the far end of the building, because then the next step was to renovate the interior rooms kind of in the middle of Sedalia Middle School. And again, basically a complete overhaul from new ceiling tile, really taking Sedalia Middle School from 1972 to 2025. So shortly after that, then that continued in through the summer. And during the summer months, we redid all the common spaces. So cafeteria, library, all of the hallways. And then they started working on the north end of the building in those classrooms too, like our music room and stuff like that. So some of the biggest things I think that were probably most well received was the fact that Sedalia Middle School in 1972, windows were not a thing back then apparently, so we got brand new windows, all the things, and so lots of upgrades. So just turning a kind of a drab space into something bright and welcoming for all of our students and staff.
And are you getting the right reactions you wanted?
Yeah, I am. So the teachers, of course, so because of safety reasons over the summer, we didn't allow any staff members to come in. So it was great to see their reaction once we were allowed to let them into the building. And even our students were just really surprised from when they had came or had seen the middle school prior to renovations at how brighter things were in our school with the new lighting. A lot of great upgrades, from dimmable lights for classrooms that help with whenever we're watching and having projected screens and things like that, or watching videos. We got a new playground over the summer as well. Our current playground that we had at the time was more so for older kids. It was all kind of upper body type things. And so we had written, or a district grant writer had written a grant. And so we received a grant to upgrade our playground to make it more elementary. So we had an addition to that, as well as new turf added. So the kids absolutely love it at Sedalia Middle School.
Do you have any next big steps for SMS?
Yes, so we just basically got all of our renovations just in time for school to start. We're currently still working on getting a new roof, so the roofers are there right now, kind of working on tidying up that end. Supposed to be done hopefully by the end of September. One of the things that I would like to see is just making the building even more elementary-like by adding a lot more pops of color and things like that throughout the building. But I also am really excited about how we're going to integrate more elementary practices at Sedalia Middle School. We're a very elementary-minded building, but I have always said, since I was a teacher there long ago, back in 2004, one of the things that I had always said is it would be nice to have a lot of after-school programming. So those are things that we're working on. We currently right now have a robotics program. The board approved JROTC to start. And so we're looking at a lot of other things like intramural sports and things like that to help just have students. I want it to be more of a place not just about learning, but we want students to stay after school and learn and grow together.
We're also going to take a look at big changes being made at the main gym at Smith Cotton Junior High. With me now is Assistant Principal Mr. Brian Foster, who is also the district's Assistant Activities Director. Mr. Foster, the main gym was built in the 1970s. What changes were being made to make that better?
There's been a lot of great changes thanks to the board and thanks to Dr. Fraley to allow us to get this done. I went to high school there in 1995 when I graduated, and if you walked in that gym now, you wouldn't recognize it. The front foyer is now redone. Concession stand is redone. When you walk in the gym, brand new floor, new murals, new bleachers, new sound system. We got the high school's scoreboards that they switched theirs out. We have those now. The locker rooms have been redone. It rivals very many high school gyms.
The building also has classroom space for vocal and musical stuff. How are those spaces improved?
They are improved quite a bit. The sound quality is better. They are brighter. They have an adjustment to where that they can dim the lights for their what activities that they're doing. There's more seating. There's more storage. It is the sound quality. They put more soundboards up. It's quite a feat what they redid in that area.
And what other upgrades can we expect to see at the junior high?
Other upgrades, right now we've added some turf to where we had rock areas to make the outside look more comfortable. We can have outdoor classrooms. Would like to see the FEMA gym get redone a little bit to where we can use that area. I think next year they're going to redo some of the flooring and the windows. So a lot of good things going on at Smith Cotton Junior High.
Finally, the district has invested in restroom renovations at the elementary school. Assistant Superintendent Mr. Chris Pyle is here to talk a little bit about those. Mr. Pyle, which schools were included in this renovations?
Yes, thank you for visiting with me today. We were honored to get to work on Heber Hunt Elementary School, Horseman Elementary School, and Washington Elementary School. So Parkview and Skyline restrooms were still functioning and doing well, but those schools, being our oldest schools, needed the most attention. And it was a great project. Glad we were able to do that. Thankful for Dr. Fraley's support and our Board of Education support to allow us to do that. Those are nice upgrades to those three schools.
And what kind of work was done in those bathrooms?
It was a complete restroom renovation, more or less. All three schools are very pleased with it. They started with the ceilings and worked their way down, all the way from new ceilings to new plumbing fixtures to new paint, epoxy flooring, and some that epoxy flooring also come up the walls as well. So it just totally revamped and totally remodeled restrooms in those locations. I mentioned all schools were very happy, and they are, but Washington probably seen the most change, or the biggest change throughout. At Washington Elementary in the past, they had a boys' side on one side of the cafeteria in the library and a girls' side on one side before. So in all the years in the past, that's how they function there. And now with the restroom renovation at Washington, it has a boys and girls on each side. So just much better for travel for the students. It's just a better option, better for supervision for our team as well there. So nice improvements at all schools. They're all smiling, but I think Washington probably has the biggest smile about their improvement.
And the district has completed many facility improvement projects. What can we expect to see in the near future?
Yes, the district's moving fast on some of those things. We're very thankful again, as I pointed out earlier on those that I mentioned. They're still talking about many things that's here to come, that is coming in the near future. They're talking about maybe some additions here at Smith Cotton High School, and then possible support at some other buildings too. So we're always going to be looking at the needs, what we can do to make our schools the best and function in a safe manner for our students and staff. But a lot of great things are being talked about by our Board of Education and our superintendent, even coming up at our next board meeting, and then plans will be put together after that.
Well, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.